Die Before You Die. This is not only the name of my narrative short film, which I will soon present on this channel, but this is the motto of House 8, Scorpio, Pluto. Also, I highly recommend this to everyone. Stay tuned. In order to understand House 8, Pluto, Scorpio, and thus the meaning of death and rebirth, we must look at quadrant 3, the human mind. Here are the 4 quadrants, 4 layers, synchronicities of each human being. First body, second soul, third mind, and fourth higher self or cosmic consciousness. The quadrants condition each other. We perceive one quadrant through the opposite one, the soul 2, through the consciousness 4, the consciousness 4 through the soul 2, the body 1 through the mind 3, the mind 3 through the body 1. I'm sure this sounds very confusing to many, but I'll explain in a moment. But first, my favorite scene from my awarded short film The Cosmos in Me, which you can watch on this channel. The link to it you will find in the description.
Meinen Körper spüre ich im Geist. Meinen Geist spüre ich an meinem Körper. Meine Seele spüre ich im Bewusstsein. Mein Bewusstsein spüre ich in der Seele.
So, quadrant 3, the mind. Everything we believe in manifests in the physical world, quadrant 1. However, if we do not believe in our own concept, but only in an external one, we manifest the neurotic version of ourselves in quadrant 1, in the material world. This is unfortunately omitted in many manifestation videos, but polarity must always be included. More on this in a moment. Let's start with House 7, the first step of the mind quadrant. In House 7, we perceive ideas. An idea appears in front of our inner eye as the mental form of our content. House 7, content and form, Libra's balancing. Or we meet a person who is also the form to our content, only on a personal physical level, because House 7, it's House 1 of the opposite, the body. Wait a minute, we are getting closer and closer to understanding. In House 8, we bind onto the idea we perceive in House 7 or to the person we met in House 7. It becomes our partner, a relationship. So House 8 is the belief in an idea or on a personal level, the relationship. Opposite is House 2, the condensed and delimited energy of the material world. House 8 and House 2, this is the manifestation axis. So if we believe deeply and firmly in an idea, this is the true power of Pluto, we manifest it in the material world, opposite quadrant. And this happens unconsciously all the time. So if we believe in foreign beliefs or programs, the paradigm, because we learned them that way, we are then Pluto minus, the inhibited one. Inhibited in our own belief. The beliefs and programs, the paradigm, would be Pluto plus, the compensation. Plus and minus always attract each other. Then we manifest the neurotic form of our content in our environment. The longer this happens, the greater the discrepancy of our true content and the form of our character which wants to manifest in this life. Eventually, death comes as a final escape, and we take our unfinished manifestations with us into the next life. Therefore, in the manifestation courses and videos, one thing should always be in the first place: the dying of the old beliefs, the external ideas that do not correspond to our true content, your character, the dying of the paradigm. So, when one lets go of a belief, that is, deleting a part of the program, a new idea is born in House 7. One therefore attracts other people. One now binds oneself to a new idea in House 8. A new guiding principle is born, and new manifestations appear in Quadrant 1, the opposite quadrant. To activate this, you must activate the first quadrant by implementing the new idea, that is, by taking the first step in the new direction. Energy, House 1. This is the plutonian transformation. If this is not done consciously in terms of the law of balancing plus and minus, you are forced to do it. Destiny. Because the content of yourself, your character, constantly pushes to find the suitable form to manifest itself on Earth. Your destiny means it therefore always well with you, as painful as it is. So let's assume you do not do it voluntarily to kill your old beliefs and thus transform yourself because you identify too much with the beliefs, the paradigms. This is the fixedness of Pluto. Then it becomes painful, because things snatch you from the outside as a symbol of your lack of transformation in the inside. The stroke of fate becomes a neurotic transformation in a roundabout way. So either you kill yourself your external programs, your paradigm, which do not allow you to manifest your own program in the world, or the cosmos takes care that you let go of these programs in a roundabout way. That is the painful variant. The last resort is then one's own physical death. It is nothing else than a missed death of an idea to which one holds too long. But it does not belong to your content and thus manifests the wrong form. As cynical as it sounds, the body then dies symbolically for a missing transformation in your mind. As I explained at the beginning, one perceives the one quadrant in the opposite one, body and mind, mind and body. So House 8 Pluto Scorpio is death and rebirth. Should you detach from an external idea, program, you transform and are preferably reborn without having to physically die. Die before you die. With this knowledge, you will understand then also my short film, Die Before You Die. If we believe in our true self, in our strength, we will manifest everything that belongs to us. That is everything that is in us. That is true happiness. You can manifest only what is in you, not a foreign life, which is so often told in the manifestation scene. This is the great power of Pluto. If you like my content and want some more of it, please give me a like and a subscription. Thanks. Cheers. See you soon.